products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a the type women wanna be within rappers. Hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime. His is equally dope.
Hello, Friday. I've been waiting for you for a long time. You just saved me when my life came tumbling down. Hey, I know you're gonna leave me. Hello, Friday. I've been waiting for you for a long time.
3, 2.
First and foremost, it's always going to start with the players. And, we got gentlemen here today that are going to be committed to doing it the right way, that believe. And that was so fortunate for me, like just immediately understanding what we have on this roster and going out and finding. I think you guys got to see the work that could be done in 24 hours. Give me 24 days. Give me 240 days. Give me 24 years. All right? And you're going to see a winning program. And I think that can happen immediately. It's not one of these things where we're sitting here saying, hey, Hunter, I need 3 years to rebuild this. No, that we can start rebuilding the culture the moment we step down, the moment I had the opportunity to sit face-to-face with these guys and talk to them and see what they're all about and tell them what I'm all about and how we're going to do this thing together. And I firmly believe it starts with the players in the locker room. That everybody always says, Ryan, tell me about your culture. What's it like? What's it mean to be all in? And I always say, go see the players in the locker room. Go see those players that have been over to my house, the people that my wife has got to know and to pour into as well. And that's what it's all about. And the staff we're going to be able to put together. There are so many things about the state of Arkansas, so many things about this university, so many things about this football program that are going to set us up for success. Right? There's a proof behind this program, the way we're going to work. We're going to outwork everybody in this country. Okay? And our players are going to believe in that. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to build an excellent culture, a sustainable one, year in, year out. And we're going to make our fans very, very proud.
All right. Promises made. Will there be promises kept. Welcome in on a Friday. We've got a shortened zone today, 2 hours, but the good news is you only have to listen to this garbage for 2 hours before you get out of here and move on to high school football, and you only got to listen to 2 hours to potentially win a pair of Razorback tickets for the basketball game tomorrow. This show's not going to be garbage. It's going to be a lot of fun today. I'm just kidding. 10-10, thanks for joining us. Pigskin's here. DJ Williams, Christian Weaver, and I don't want to say big talk, but I would say very confident talk that Ryan Silverfield delivered yesterday in Fayetteville. Got a lot of commentary from the athletic director, too. He was pressed repeatedly on finances and things of that nature. So there are a lot of things they couldn't talk about or wouldn't talk about. And there's some things that aren't settled out as far as staff and things like that. So we will see.
Hunter saying we are in the middle now of the SEC when it comes to financial contribution.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm assuming, where were we last year?
Not in the middle.
About last.
Okay. What happened?
Well, I think some people may have been holding back. Again, no shade at Pittman.
Because of Coach Pittman?
Because of the current state of affairs.
Okay.
So, and maybe they're excited about Coach Silverfield. I mean, they could be sitting at home going, hey, they just beat Arkansas. I'm pretty sure that's an upgrade, so maybe we'll give some money.
You know, it's so interesting when we say the middle of the pack, which sounds a lot better. But then you look at, okay, what's middle compared to top and compared to bottom? Much better than bottom, but really far away from the top. Because we talked about this yesterday. Pigskin, we got 6 teams in the SEC with 10 or more wins. 3 with 11, the other 3 with 10. And so even there's still, I would say, a significant gap. But we're moving in the right direction. I will say this. I was really happy with Quincy Rhodes and KJ showing up at that press conference saying that they're all in. That was big time, bringing guys, leaders back on both sides of the ball. I'm assuming they're already letting everybody know that, KJ, we want you to run this show. They're bringing in the offensive coordinator. I don't know, was that announced officially?
Well, Christian just texted here. So I saw that he was being targeted, DC, and we also saw yesterday that they were targeting his current OC for the OC job here, but I didn't see anything officially announced yet.
Yeah, ESPN reported that these 2 people are expected to be hired.
Okay.
And they are?
It is Tim Cramsey as offensive coordinator and Ron Roberts as defensive coordinator. Tim Cramsey is the one that was at Memphis. Ron Roberts was at Florida under Billy Napier.
And for him to run his offense, I mean, you couldn't fall into a better potential quarterback than KJ Jackson, who's young, eager, wants to learn, seems to have a great approach to the game. And the reason I say that is because Pigskin, you can tell what players take things serious throughout the week, especially in meeting rooms and practice, especially backups. For him to come in, not expecting to play against Texas, and not drop off a beat, and I would say even turn it up a notch, that lets you know that I like that mindset of players who come in prepared, even if they're not slated to play.
On the other side of things, too, and I thought Ron Roberts' name sounded familiar. I'm like, is that the guy that coached at Southeastern Louisiana? He is. Former head coach. I think he coached the quarterback, the big kid from Louisiana that was here.
Steamboat Willie.
What was his name?
Cole Kelly.
Cole Kelly. Yeah,
Cole
I think he coached him down there. I think he was the coach when they had that.
He's here
run.
now?
Well, that's the new DC, yeah, because he was at Florida before.
Okay.
So he's been around. He's got a good resume.
Yeah, he was at Baylor when they made the Big 12 title game.
Yeah, he's a former head coach too, so that's good. I mean, that's Anyway, so and then Quincy Rhodes, I think, was his biggest score. If you were going to give me like 2 or 3 names, Quincy Rhodes might have been my number 1 pick.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy he decided to come back because he could have dabbled into the NFL.
Well, he would have gotten paid for sure somewhere else.
Yeah, and especially in college. But I think he would have really entertained the NFL options. I saw his dad post some stuff, I would say about 5 weeks left to go in the year, that he was getting noticed on some draft boards, potential late first round. I was like, whoa, easy. I don't think we're there yet. But I think I think sometimes players that have it and you just try to get it out of him. 2 years ago, he had flashes where he was unstoppable, but he had no motor. It was just like, what is it going to take for you to turn it on every single time? And then he started picking it up later in the year. Then I think for him, he started realizing, oh, my gosh, if I try hard, I'm really hard to stop. And now you got a whole off season. I would love to see him in the weight room need to be best friends.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him put on about 15 more pounds, and he would be an issue.
Yeah, he could be something. I will tell you this, when I hear hyperbole from coaches in their opening press conference, and I told you about the one comment that bothered me. Pixie, I don't know if you saw this or not. I'm not trying to open the door to create negativity here.
Let's hear it.
But I'm going to be honest. I mean, I've done this too long. Like I've played patty cack for too long, and I'm just like, I'm going to be honest. When he said the other day, like, you know, if you go transfer to another SEC school, we're just going to come kick your ass next year, and I'm just like, no, let's not do that. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, just we're gonna work harder than everybody in the country. And it's fine to say these words.
You're not. You're not though.
Those aren't meaningful. That's not a meaningful phrase. That doesn't mean anything. Everybody's working hard.
That's not enough. That's what I'm saying. All the elite teams, guarantee they're all working hard. If anything, we're going to be working as hard as everyone else that's where we want to be.
I mean, you think because you're up 18 hours a day working and that's all you do and you're going to ignore your family and your twin girls that you're different from somebody else? I promise you there's plenty of head coaches out there that are working 18 hours a day with a lot more success and a lot better financial package and a lot better players than you have. So I appreciate it. That's all he can do is work his butt off.
Yeah.
All he can do is ask for his best effort, and maybe that's just an assurance that he's going to give us that.
Yeah.
I never had a doubt in my mind. It's clear that he wanted this job. We can also agree, for being honest with ourselves, I know some of you folks who look through Razorback-colored glasses. I understand. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of people are dying for this job. A lot of people would take it because it's a doubling in salary, but I think he truly did want this job. I think he actually has a lot of respect for the program. Mm-hmm. I think he thinks this program can be really good, and I'm hopeful that it can be. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when you say stuff like that, I'm like,
would it be more of like, if we don't meet our expectations next year, it won't be because we're not working hard. I guarantee you that.
I don't know what he can say.
Well, yeah.
The thing is, and again, I'm nitpicking because
I get it.
I mean, can he say anything that's going to make you be like, "Oh, dude"? No. I mean, there isn't. Yeah. So I just feel like, you know how you say, doing too much. But you're in a media conference. What else are you going to do? So now he doesn't need to talk for a while, and he can go do his thing. But anyway, I'm wishing him the best, and I'm looking forward to meeting him, and I'm looking forward to having him on the show, and I hope it works out well. Anyway, bottom line is, if they give him the money, he's going to have a much better shot than he would if he didn't. Here is Coach or Hunter Yurchek's take on Coach's start in Fayetteville, and then we'll take a call or two if you want to get in with us. By the way, we're giving away 2 pairs of Razorback tickets, one this hour, one next hour. Listen for a sounder this hour, and then next hour we'll do birthday trivia. We're squeezing everything in again because of the situation with the high school football. 2A state finals are coming up.
EPC, Cross County.
And a former or future Razorback
number
playing
one
this
recruit
weekend.
in the state. Just flipped his commitment.
Pretty excited. You can hear all about him today. Hopefully his name gets mentioned a lot.
It's already off to a great start when you talk about the recruiting class, the kids that he flipped in the first 24 to 48 hours, the young men that he's convinced that this is the right program to be a part of, and just putting this team together, putting his staff together, and really giving our fan base some hope for the future of our football program and what that can look like will be a successful first year.
Okay, let's hope so. All right, let me touch on like 4 or 5 things here real quick, and then Brent will take your call. If you want to get in, 501-661-1037. Pigskin will get your thoughts on the championship games this weekend. These are the most impactful championship games in a minute because there are going to be some teams that get bounced out or bounced in potentially depending on what happens. And we could have a nightmare scenario for this playoff committee if Duke happens to win the ACC and you get a pretty big mess over there potentially. And also, let's think about this. What about if you get a loss by Duke, and you get a loss by JMU? Uh-oh. What are you going to do then? Going to be interesting.
And a
That's
loss
our
by
question
Bama.
of the day.
Because you still have to put another conference champion in.
Wow.
And it still ain't going to be Duke, I don't think.
Yes, our question of the day revolves around that. What is the most compelling conference championship game this weekend? Your choices: Ohio State, Indiana; Georgia, Alabama; BYU, Texas Tech. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put other, or should we put Duke, Virginia, or North Texas and
North Texas Tulane's impactful because that game means everything. It's an automatic spot in the playoff. I will say this. I mean, Indiana, Ohio State's the easy, obvious answer because it's 1 versus 2, but they're both in the playoff, we assume.
The result is really, I mean, bragging rights. Other than bragging rights, it doesn't really
gets a bye, right?
anything.
A top seed, right? Top 4 seed?
Yeah. But Indiana, if they play them close, they're going to get a top 4 seed anyway.
That might be true.
probably.
Yeah.
12-1. Yeah, it's a top seed.
Yeah, should be. I mean, if BYU beats Texas Tech and beats them, by more than a touchdown, they might have an argument to get in there.
That's compelling.
I watched that first game, though. I don't see that happening.
I don't either. I agree. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like we want to pretend like Duke's got this great story, and it's like they are playing much better than they were, but they're still 7-5 football team.
They're in a lousy league.
And they got destroyed by Virginia in the first matchup. They got doubled up in points. They got doubled up in yards. I don't expect they're going to make up that much of a gap in that short period of time. For compelling games. I actually saw an interesting thing,
I would say for me, the most compelling one is who are they going to punish? Are they going to punish a team to making it to the SEC championship?
If Alabama loses, they're on the line. That's it.
3-loss team.
Uh-huh.
That's tough.
Yeah. Don't lose 3 games.
Yeah.
How about that?
It wouldn't be unprecedented, but it is going to be a hard sell for some people.
You know, the guy that's just been annoying in this whole thing has been Sarkisian. You know, you can't leave out a team that's done what we've. Don't lose 3 games.
Sure.
Okay, shut up.
Well, nobody's listening to him.
Well, he thinks they are.
Everybody's listening to BYU because they've got a compelling argument.
They do.
But somebody made a good point. I will say this. It's the first time I've really seen anybody make this argument. It's like, you're already in the playoff. It starts this weekend.
That's right.
You win, you're in.
That's right.
It's a privilege to get in the playoff, but you have to win this weekend. Christian, I forgot to give you a rundown. Sorry. And so I look at that. You have a path at least. Alabama may not have a path.
Mm-hmm.
If Alabama loses, I don't know. Texas doesn't have a path. Vanderbilt doesn't have a path and should at 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, how did our poll come out yesterday?
It's on the thing, but Vanderbilt got 67% of the vote out of our options.
Yeah.
The other 3 schools, which were Notre Dame,
Miami,
and
Alabama? No.
Oklahoma.
Because Oklahoma and
no,
Vanderbilt
it was BYU.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, BYU.
Yeah, it was BYU.
The sentimental
they got
favorite
11% of the
has
vote.
got to be Vanderbilt. They've been awful forever. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see them and their 34-year-old quarterback in the playoff.
I would even say take that out of it, Pigskin. They've done enough to earn.
They have. Listen,
to be in there.
10-2 in the SEC, you ought to be in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a perfect world.
Yeah.
But if we got a ton of teams,
Got 6 of them.
Well, that's somebody's going to get left out.
Not wild.
Now, this isn't the first time. I think you go into it and they are supposed to do something based off the way they say they're structuring this thing, and they've done something to shake everybody. The year that they left Florida State out.
Yeah.
Because they considered
quarterback
other things that were going on. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we could get in a situation. I mean, it's possible.
But there weren't 12 teams.
That
then.
was just 4 then. 12 has more grace.
They would have been in.
But is it possible for them to say, all right, we can't let North Texas and James Madison in this?
It's possible.
Based off what we got on the we can't do it.
They can't help it.
Can they?
No, they have to let them in. If Duke wins, they have to. It's the top 5 ranked conference champions.
No, I'm saying, okay, if Duke wins.
If Duke wins, they will not be a top 5 ranked conference champion. It'll be North Texas or Tulane, and it'll be James Madison. Wow. Yes. There's nothing they can do about it. It's not like it's a committee choice. It's a bylaw. It's a rule.
Oof.
It's a bylaw. That was in dodgeball. It's a bylaw.
Here's the way it breaks down. This is Robert Griffin III has done a good job. He's got a little podcast he does. I think it's with his wife, I guess. She barely speaks, but she's got a cool accent.
She's like the AJ Hawk of their podcast.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. She's the eye candy, yes. Okay, so here's what Robert Griffin III put out. If Duke wins the ACC won't get in the college football playoff. I think we can all agree to that. 2 group of 5 teams will be in the college football playoff, including the winner of North Texas Tulane, and if JMU beats Troy as the 4th and 5th highest ranked conference champions. If Duke wins and JMU loses, then the winner of North Texas Tulane and UNLV, if they beat Boise State, would be in the college football playoff.
Wow.
If Duke wins but JMU and UNLV lose, the College Football Playoff Committee will see how unbelievably flawed its current system has always been. 5-loss Duke, Troy, Boise State, winner of Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State, winner of Miami, Ohio, Western Michigan would all have a chance to get in the college football playoff despite having 3, 4, and 5 losses ahead of BYU, Miami, Vanderbilt, and Utah, and potentially a 3-loss Alabama. All this could be avoided by Virginia winning the ACC championship over Duke, but if Virginia loses, college football will have one of the most interesting playoffs ever with 2 dominant group of 5 teams in it, admittedly. If Virginia, JMU, and UNLV lose, college football will have the biggest meltdown of all time. People are going to freak out. So let's hope for chaos. Because here's the thing.
Fun.
Not every year would I argue 16, but this year would be a super fun year for 16 because without a doubt, these teams, Utah even, Pigskin, Utah, Vanderbilt, all these teams at Miami, they absolutely could beat anybody else on a given day.
Out of the ones left out, which one do you think has the best shot to actually win it all?
Miami.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
If Beck shows up and plays and doesn't turn the ball over, they got skill positions. They got linemen.
BYU's limited offensively.
I don't think anybody wants to get Miami in a playoff.
BYU's not sexy on offense. They just play the best defense.
That's right.
And they have a competent run game.
Miami's got more NFL guys than most of those other schools. That usually matters in the playoffs.
That's fair. Yeah. All right, if you want to get in, let's go. 501-661-1037. Huge weekend in sports. Harding at home. We got basketball over at the Jack. We were over there all day yesterday. That was a lot of fun. We've got 2 in-state road teams playing, the 2 Little Rock teams. So that's a good deal. And then you got the little game over in North Little Rock with Fresno State coming to town to get thumped by Arkansas, hopefully. And we will be giving away tickets to that through the show today. Let's start with Brent. Brent, were you actually in Fayetteville yesterday?
Yeah, I was. Indeed, I was. Yes, sir.
Tell me your thoughts.
I'm ready to go, Justin. I'm ready to. If I could strap it up, I'm ready to play right now. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the season. We've got a head coach that has got passion about it. He's proud to be here as the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. So I'm excited about it. Can I ask you a question about the playoff? I mean, the conference championship game this week in the Big West or what?
Yes, go ahead.
New Mexico versus who? New Mexico versus who?
New Mexico? Did we say New Mexico? I didn't say New Mexico, did I?
No, they're playing in the championship. I believe Robert Griffin III's wrong.
Which championship game are you talking about?
Because New Mexico.
I don't think they're. May I? I don't think their conference championship, if they are in one, is relevant to the playoff race at this point, though, because you still have to be a champion and be ranked higher. Yeah.
I got you, but I was just trying to figure out how that Duke Virginia stuff was going on. I mean,
well, we all think.
Have a conundrum.
I mean, Virginia's going to kill Duke anyway, so it won't matter. But it's fun to pretend.
Okay, that's what I think. But
I don't see a New Mexico game in here anyway. New Mexico, I don't think is playing anybody this weekend, so I don't know where you get your info, but I don't see it.
Hey, Justin, I'm going to call you. Let's take Piggy for lunch with us next week.
Piggy.
Pigskin.
Oh, pigskin. Okay. This is not a good week, Brent. We got a lot going on right now. Let's wait until after basketball's over.
They're gone, Brent. They're out of studio a lot.
We are. We got a lot going on.
They'll be back in studio one day.
But I appreciate that. After basketball.
After basketball's over, we'll get it done.
Love to. All right, Brent. Appreciate you.
Are you doing the call of the state championship?
I'm not doing any state championship games. I didn't do that.
Oh, he dropped.
I got basketball this weekend. Yes?
No, I was just surprised. He asked a question and hung up.
He also, I don't know where he got New Mexico. John Mark, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show, as always. I share your, I think the word is befuddlement, of what could be if certain things happen in these championships. Y'all know I'm a salesman, so I deal with contracts, and wording matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think the phrase should be that this is a flawed system. I think the phrase should be this weekend's potential scenarios should show us what the playoff system needs to be, in that we should have 16 teams. I think we can all agree on that.
Okay.
And the reason I say I don't think this is a flawed system is because, and y'all may disagree with this, but I think the regular season should matter. And the way the regular season should matter is rewarding these large conferences, we can discuss group of five and all that, but rewarding these teams who win their conference. And by making the regular season matter, you put these top five, ranked conference championships in the playoffs. And so that's my thought on it. Feel free. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah, it's just hard for me to wrap my mind around, John Mark. I appreciate the call. A 10-2 SEC football team with the schedule that Vanderbilt played being left out. Meanwhile, we're over here celebrating Oklahoma being in. And let's be honest, pigskin, no offense, no shade at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
But if the names were reversed, I could just as easily make the argument for Vanderbilt, couldn't I?
True.
So it bothers me that a team in a major conference goes 10-2. You should not have to be 11-1 to make the playoff. You just shouldn't. You should be able to lose 2 road games to ranked teams, and one by a field goal, no less, and still get into the postseason tournament. I've always said it's too exclusive. And people are like, guys like Barrett Sallee and others say, you're rewarding mediocrity. Nothing mediocre about going 10-2 in this league.
No.
Well, there are 3 schools that have won Heismans when they shouldn't have won Heismans. It's Notre Dame, it's Ohio State over our man McFadden, and it's Oklahoma. Schools that have 4, 5, 6, 7 Heismans are not going to get left out of a 10-2 face-off. They're just not.
Yeah.
But if it's Vanderbilt and Oklahoma, there is no chance.
By the way, one last note here on BYU. Sataki apparently is staying at home. I don't know if he was actually playing the game to get more money with his alma mater, but he's gonna.
Yeah.
And the new target, of course, is the name of the month, which
Matt
is
Campbell.
It's always Matt Campbell. But I will say this, as much as I love Matt Campbell and I appreciate what he's done at my alma mater, if he's going to jump, this is the deal.
He's hit his ceiling at Iowa. You're not going to do much better at Iowa State.
You could win a Big 12 championship if you stick around at some point. But winning at Penn State is so much different and so much, I don't want to say easier, but you have so much more advantage, so many more advantages.
They've got everything in place that you need to win big there.
If he jumps to Penn State, I won't lose an ounce of sleep over it.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go back to being less than average.
When I heard Satake's name come up, that's only one thing, okay? You understand, he's Mormon. He's coaching at the flagship Mormon school. But the Mormons are cheap when it comes to paying coaches. I mean, that's why Bronco Mendenhall had a really good record, and he went to Virginia. Why? Because they doubled his salary. They just don't pay anybody there. I'm familiar with this in the Churches of Christ. The Churches of Christ are cheap. Okay,
but their football team's good.
It is, but he ain't making any money. Okay, compared to other places. I'm just saying they will do things on the cheap, and the LDS are the same way.
If Harding goes to Division I, Harding's going to really have to get that fan base to pony up some cash.
Yeah, don't wait for that.
All right, what's up, Rick?
Hey guys, driving these old back roads, trying to see if I can see a deer or a hawk or anything. But I listen. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. You sound like you're in a tunnel. Why don't you call back when we get a little better connection, Rick? I appreciate it. 10:31, got to hit a timeout. Short show, got to roll.
Yep, and as we head in, I'm going to tell you about my friends in Greenbrier, Standing Firm Farms, trying to take care of you. Great holiday gift ideas. I've been talking about it because I'm serious, y'all. This will do the trick. So here we go. Head to their website, standingfirmfarms.com. Okay, once you're there, you're going to see the inventory tab. On there, you'll see a whole list of lineup, anything from a sampler box all the way to a whole side of beef. That's right. You put that in the deep freeze. It'll last you all year, if not more. But I'm going to tell you about the Farm Hand Box. That's a perfect holiday gift idea, $250, an assortment of meats, and it's that high-quality Angus beef. The thing that I like most about them, besides their amazing product, and I'll tell you that truck roast, I'm telling you, if you got the time to put that thing in a Dutch oven or a crock pot, you can't beat the flavor, all right? But more importantly, the people behind it. The Gilmore family, fourth-generation farmers right there. They do it right. None of that injection, no junk inside, just some clean, grass-fed, high-quality Angus beef. And they also are big pillars in the community as well. So shop local and support local. Visit my friends at standingfirmfarms.com.
Ten Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin and DJ will dive into a different top 10 list and take your calls. Brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
This is Sports Center.
The high school football state championships have begun. Last night, Cedar Ridge takes down Woodlawn by a score of 74-38 to get their first championship in school history in the 8-man championship game. Today at noon on The Buzz, it's the 2A championship game as Cross County takes on EPC. And then tonight, it's one of the big ones, Bentonville and Bryant. Two undefeated teams square off in the 7A championship game. Tomorrow in the 5A championship game, it will be undefeated Joe T. Robinson taking on the Lakeside Rams. And finally in 6A, it'll be Kane Archer and Greenwood facing off against Shiloh Christian for the 6A championship. Every game can be heard right here on 103.7 The Buzz. It also can be streamed on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and X. I'm Josh Neighbors for The Buzz Radio Network.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Sam Eklund in Star City for a free personal protection review.
2026 is about to become the year that you discovered you like the way you look. What makes me say that is this. The Little Rock Athletic Club or the Little Rock Racket Club will let you join for 50% off the joining fee. This offer is good through December 31st. With all the variety they offer, workouts become fun. Your Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club invites you to join now. And in 26, people will witness the fitness, and one of those people will be you.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Courtney Ballantyne here, inviting you to join me and my friends this Monday night for trivia at the Butcher Shop. It starts at 6 o'clock in the bar with Mr. Trivia himself, Roger Scott, testing your knowledge on all things sports, history, and pop culture. With prizes of $75, $50, and $25 gift cards for first through third place, along with their food and drink specials, the Butcher Shop is the place to be on Monday nights. And of course, don't forget to book your office holiday party. It all happens at the Butcher Shop.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
Yes, you can listen to the show today and win tickets, but if you don't, you can still buy tickets at SimmonsBankArena.com. Last night they had TSO, man. It was everything I could do not to go in there. I almost stopped and jumped in there, guys. I mean, it would have been such a fun time. There's so many great things coming up, but listen, this weekend it's all about basketball. 3 o'clock tip, Arkansas, Fresno State. Hogs and Dogs, let's go. And if you want to get your tickets, don't miss out. SimmonsBankArena.com. Spend your Saturday in a productive way. Yelling and talking down to a team from another state. That's the way to do it. All right, we are going to talk to Clint Stoerner now, get his thoughts on Ryan Silverfield, and if in fact he decides to answer our calls at some point. Is he missing in action, Christian?
Yes.
He's been doing this a lot lately. Golly, I'm start calling him JD Note.
Uh-oh.
What? All right, let's hit some D3 Auto Sales texts in the meantime. Any news on where Petrino's going? You know what? I hope he lands on his feet somewhere. I'm guessing he'll be a hot commodity.
Memphis.
That'd be pretty wild. They've already got their coach, I think.
Did they?
I think so.
Oh.
Thought I read that yesterday. Christian, am I crazy? I think I read that. I'm going to save my opinion until I actually see him do something with the Razorbacks, but saying the same things Chad Morris said, or same kind of things, is not a good start. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. It just, he didn't say any, he doesn't have his, silly phrases like Chad Morris did, but.
Left lane, hammer down.
Yeah.
None of that.
From 501 in Benton, one of the best people on the Hot Springs Lakeside staff you could interview is Taylor Masters. Okay. Very high football IQ. Thank you. Okay, appreciate that. Good luck to all the teams playing in the state finals this weekend, by the way. Bet your house Texas would win national championships. If KJ played this year instead of Green, we would have won 7 games at least. I don't know about that. 7? I mean, he didn't fumble the ball in key situations.
He did. Some of them.
Not at the end of the game.
Tennessee.
Mike Washington. I
Okay,
love Mike.
like at the very end of the game.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he didn't fumble. He also handled the ball the whole time.
Yeah.
That's like saying, my point guard has the most turnovers on my team. Duh.
Yeah.
He's got the ball most of the time. TJ, how does a kid walk on? TJ's like, I don't know. I was a scholarship athlete.
That's a great question. I think they have a tryout for walk-ons, a tryout session. Now, things have changed where, do they still have walk-ons now?
Sure.
Didn't we get in that whole conversation?
Oh, that's right.
So
No, they just don't get a lot of money. But
No. Your roster sizes are limited now.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a roster that's limited to 100, I think, now.
Yeah, but I know back in the day they posted somewhere, the football team would, where they'd have like an open tryout. A lot of people would come, go through drills, go through routes and weight room stuff. And then I think that's how then they would get the opportunity to walk on from that tryout. When it is, I don't know.
Adam Sandler did that in The Longest Yard. That was one of the best parts of the movie, where they're
so
trying
funny.
out.
Oh, yeah, tree outs.
Brucey,
They're at the
tree
tree
outs.
outs.
Tree outs, there you go.
What I got from Coach Silverfield Silverfield's opening remarks yesterday is he's all in for a game at War Memorial. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter what he wants when it comes to scheduling because it's not up to him. Regardless of what Coke with Silverfields said, I'm sure that's what he meant, said compared to Chad Morris, we're talking about a high school coach that moved into the ranks of coaching college football versus Silverfield. I think Chad Morris was coaching at the collegiate level before he came here.
He was.
Far be it for me to defend that charlatan, but nevertheless. All right, let's bring in Clint Stoerner, who is on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline.
Stoerner, play action, looking, pumps, throws down the middle, touchdown, Arkansas! Oh my!
Clint Stoerner is brought to you by Crain Dodge Jeep Ram, the home of the big lot.
Stoerner throws, caught, Emmanuel Goodwin to tackle, touchdown, Arkansas!
Visit them at Alcoa Road in Benton or check them out at ChrisCraneCars.com.
Play fake, Stoerner steps out of trouble, wow. To a wide open receiver, it's Cobb towards the end zone, touchdown!
By the way, I will say this. If Billy Napier is going to be the next head coach at James Madison, which is reportedly happening, there's no doubt in my mind that Bobby Petrino should be a coach somewhere as a head coach. Clint, welcome. How are you?
Boys, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Well, I was thinking to myself, have we talked to Clint about Ryan Silverfield yet? Because, and then I got, no, when we went off the air last week before Thanksgiving, we were pretty sure Alex Golish was going to be our head coach.
Yep.
So, when you heard Silverfield's name announced, what was your reaction? What did you make of his media conference yesterday, if you saw any of it? And how you feeling about your alma mater in general?
Well, look, I mean, I feel roughly the same. Unfortunately, I mean, the biggest news that moves me is the reports of what went on last night at a basketball game, or was it yesterday or last night, or
2 days ago,
whatever it was, with the reported booster and seven figures kind of deal. I mean, I've said it before. I mean, you can hire whoever the hell you want to hire. It doesn't matter if it's I would use Bill Belichick, but that's a bad time. And I mean, it doesn't matter if it's Nick. It don't matter if it's Nick Saban. I mean, if you're not going to get them the money that they need, then it's a non-factor. I mean, you see even the top schools in the country. I mean, arguably LSU's a top 3 or 4 job in the country. I mean, they lead with, I'd love to come there, but what's that $25 million a year budget look like? So I mean, that report is really what moves me more than anything. But when we get to Silverfield, I mean, look, when you're at Memphis and you're sandwiched between Tennessee, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Missouri that's playing good ball and doing some good things right now. When you're sandwiched in between all of that, and you can go out there and you put a 10-win season together, an 11-win season together. And I know the wheels came off late this year, but that could have had to do with what was going on with him in the sense of leaving. But when you do that, you've accomplished something. You're obviously a competent coach that can get some things done, that can do more with less. And so I'm cool with the hire. I'm good with the hire. I support the hell out of him, and I'm ready to rock and roll. They just got to get that money right, which we've talked about a million times now.
KJ Jackson has announced he's coming back, and Quincy Rhodes the same. So he has done a great job recruiting out of the gate, Clint. And we've been talking for a long time since the Houston Nut days about putting a fence around the state, and that has been an area where whether it's perception or reality, and I think there is certainly some reality to it. The last few coaches have not done a great job of that. Admittedly, there's not a huge amount of in-state talent comparatively to some other states, but how important is that in your mind?
Well, I think it's very important. I think it's different than when DJ, was coming out of Central Arkansas and that crew he came out. It's different than when I was playing here. Look, I think you had to, when we were playing, I think you had to not only put a fence around the state, as Coach Nutt would say, but you had to make those guys players. You had to develop them. A lot of what you went to Louisiana and you went to Texas, but if you look at the teams, both DJ's years, my years, Matt Jones' years, I mean McFadden's years, I mean those teams, a high percent of the leaders, the alphas, the big players, the better players were from Arkansas. And so, I mean, I think then you had to do it and you had to develop and right now, I think you have to do those things, don't get me wrong, but right now I think it's just imperative for the university, the support, the fan base, the boosters. I mean, you hurt feelings when you ignore athletes that are, that have earned the right to be offered by the university. I mean, I think you hurt the fan base, you hurt the boosters, you hurt the in-state relations more than you do necessarily the football product. And now when guys like DJ and the crew that he played with the quarterbacks and wide receivers, when they come out, those stars align. You got to go win the SEC. You got to go have a career year, a record year kind of deal. But I think the dynamic has changed a little bit of why you have to do it, how important it is, why is it important. But it's still, it still is significantly important to the health of the University of Arkansas's football program, any way you slice it.
All right, thoughts on the SEC championship this weekend, Clint? Before we let you go, we're going to have to cut it short because we've got a short show today because of high school championship football.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because if what's going to happen with Alabama, I mean, they say that the championship games can't hurt you; they can only help you. But a 3-loss Bama team, that would be a rough look. So I think that's a big part of what's going on there. I think that it's less about the championship games and more about the teams, to be completely honest with you, in the college football playoffs that aren't in the championship games, that don't have that to hang their hat on, right? You got your Notre Dame, Miami, I mean, Texas even on the outside looking in, even though it looks like that's going to be impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens between Miami and Notre Dame, I think that is going to be what to keep an eye on. I mean, the championships for the most part are unfortunately this year, and maybe a lot more often moving forward, maybe non-factors. There's still got to see TV, must-see TV for me, appointment television for me, but I don't know how much they're actually going to mean. The story here in college football is about the teams that we will not see play this weekend.
Yeah, the bottom half of this SEC has really helped create what is a mess because you've got, 6, DJs, that we said? 6 10-2 teams?
Yeah, 3 10-2, and then 3 11-1s
in the SEC
alone.
It's crazy. I mean, it's usually you get some parity in there because people beat each other up, and you've got less of an argument. When you've got a 10-2 Vanderbilt team that nobody's even considering as a possibility, it's insane. And their losses were road games. One was a field goal to Texas. I mean, it's just nuts to me. So, maybe they'll get it fixed.
Yeah, it is. It's wild though, Justin. Right? We know at the bottom of that thing, what Vanderbilt is going to be the odd man out because of the power of the logo, right? I mean, they're just not a blue blood. They're not going to draw eyes, and so the Miamis and the Texas and down there, it's going to be interesting what happens to BYU if they do lose in their title game, even though you supposedly title games can't hurt you. What happens to BYU? They're down there in that 10 through 14 swamp. What is that? What happens to them if indeed they do make a change there? So I'm with you, man. I mean, nobody, you talk SEC football, you talk college football playoffs. And I made the point yesterday, right now, what the committee's telling us is that no SEC team needs to schedule non-conference top teams. You don't need to schedule, if you're Texas, you don't need to schedule Ohio State. You don't need to schedule Notre Dame. You don't need to schedule these teams because what they're telling you is if you have 2 losses, you're in. If you have 3, you're out. Why would you take that additional risk? You don't need it to get in. And so it's interesting how the landscape's changing right now, boys. We saw an Ohio State team get beat by a 6-6 Virginia Tech team at their place and go on and win a national title. And now we got 12 teams, and it's being held against them. So
no, I agree.
It's changing, boys. It's changing.
Well, no, and the thing is, I've said this forever, Clint. There's not enough access because there's too many good teams that deserve a chance. Because that would be like saying, okay, you know what? There's only 15 basketball teams that really have a shot, so we're just gonna make the basketball tournament 15 teams. It's like, well, what are we doing? That's stupid. And admittedly, there's more of an upset potential in basketball than football, but this is a situation where, and again, if I'm not gonna cry for a Texas team that lost to Florida either. So I mean, you had your chance, and for BYU, this is basically a playoff week, so I think they ought to already be in the conversation, and then we could decide what to do with them if they lose, but. They can play their way into the postseason for sure. I'll tell you what's going to be interesting is what happens to Texas Tech. I mean, you're going to take another Big 12 team with the schedule they play with a second loss? I don't think they're going to lose to BYU anyway, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, we'll see what shakes out, and then we can complain about it next week.
That's right.
All right, brother.
Right.
All right, appreciate you, Clint.
All right, boys. Y'all be good. Always
Clint.
good. See you, man.
Thank you, man. All right, we're going to and when we come back, we'll do Champs and Chumps as we head in. I got to tell you.
Razorback tickets, call
that.
now.
Could you play that again? You really threw me off there. It wasn't very loud either.
If you want Razorback tickets, call now.
There you go.
Hey, they got it the first time.
It's already struggling. Okay. There you go. 501-661-1037. But if you just get the number now for me, you're not getting in. Okay, so we're going to hit the break. Champs and Chumps coming up after the break as we head in. Let me tell you about my friends at UAMS. And if you have an orthopedic problem, you need to go see our friends there today. Why go into the weekend in pain? It's like, geez, I've been having this nagging issue with my neck, my back, my calf, my hamstring, whatever it is. Go get seen by an orthopedic surgeon. They'll do on-site x-rays. You don't have to wait 8 to 8, Monday through Friday. Now, if you just can't get away today for some reason, maybe you're tied up, you got something going on, you can go 8 to noon tomorrow, too. It's inside the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We drove right by it yesterday. It's right off I-630, super conveniently located. Fantastic folks working there, and they want to get you back up and running and feeling good. 801 Cottage Drive, 801 Cottage Drive, walk-in solution for prompt, high-quality treatment. You can call if you have questions, 501-686-8674, but you do not need an appointment. You go there, they see you, they get you fixed up, you get on your way, bingo bango. Perfect. UAMS. Health, ortho. Now, Champs and Chumps coming up. Thanks to Washstar Bar and Grill down in Hot Springs.
BKC Home Builders are the premier home builders, providing custom builds and remodels. No matter what size your dream is, BKC will walk you through all the phases, from house plans to landscaping, to make your custom home as beautiful as you imagine. The team at BKC will be with you through the entire process. If you're looking for commercial building or remodeling, BKC has your commercial needs covered as well. BKCHomebuilders.com or find them on Facebook. That's BKC Home Builders in Hot Springs.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Make your holiday shopping merry and bright at This Little Piggy in SoCo on West South Street in Benton. For the kids, This Little Piggy has everything from infant to tween, clothes, shoes, accessories, and toys they'll love. And at SoCo, treat yourself and check off your gift list with women's fashion from top brands like Barefoot Dreams, Free People, Aviator Nation, Spanx, Oncept, and Beach Riot. Plus stunning home decor and gifts for everyone. They even monogram in store, and gift wrapping is always free. One stop, no stress. This Little Piggy in SoCo, your holiday shopping headquarters. Visit them today in Benton.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, it'll be a shorter show. We got the 2A state championship game between EPC and Cross County at noon. It should be finishing up around 2:30. Then Joe and I will jump on and we'll talk NFL, college football, Silverfield press conference, and Arkansas basketball at North Little Rock Saturday afternoon. Big show coming up with Lee Sterling and his picks, and Joe and I will have some picks. Join us Friday for Out of Bounds.
Welcome back to The Zone. Our goal each day is to entertain,
Are you not entertained?
inform,
I am the smartest man alive.
and make you laugh. Let's see what the guys have in store today.
All right, welcome back in. As we get cranked up, I want to tell you about my friends over there at LeVar Law, making sure they take care of you. Find yourself and you need a personal injury attorney. You need somebody to hold other people accountable, especially when it's out there on that road. I know a lot of people are great drivers, but sometimes there's idiots out there, and you don't need to waste your time trying to track them down and get what you deserve. That's where Allen and his team comes in. Over 20 years of experience, $58 million in settlements to their clients. So it doesn't matter if it's a car accident, truck accident, motorcycle, bicycle, dog bite. They're going to take care of you and point you in the right direction. And they make it convenient as well. They got multiple locations all across the state. I would say the biggest thing is, though, you got to trust these guys. How do you trust somebody you never met? That's where we come in. We sat down, we had the conversations, we've shake the hands, and they told us that when somebody needs some help, point them in our direction, and I believe them. I trust Alan. So please, if you find yourself on a spot and you need some help, just reach out to Alan and his team at LeVar Law. All you have to do is visit their website at levarlaw.com.
Champs and Chumps is brought to you by Ouachita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders. With indoor and outdoor seating, Ouachita Bar and Grill provides a family-friendly environment with mouth-watering food. BKC Home Builders is the premier home builder in Hot Springs, providing custom home build and remodels, both big and small. For more info, go to bkchomebuilders.com.
Yeah, do that. I just got a note. We got a note yesterday, DJ. You got that from our friends down at OBG?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull it up. I guess I can. If you can pull it up, or I'll find mine. I just want to let you know what's going on down there. It's a great place to hang out if you want to watch the game down there. If you can't make it up to Little Rock from Hot Springs, or North Little Rock, I guess. Here it is. They're going to be doing a watch party down there for sure this weekend. Game day wings and bucket specials. How do you do? And they've got live music, of course, coming up tonight. Steve Malik is there. Kimball Davis. They got bingo on Sunday. Kimball Davis is Saturday, by the way. And, of course, that is the place to go. If you're somebody who happens to be off on Monday or Tuesday, best place to hang out. They always do a big Monday party. My chump this week, obviously, is Lane Kiffin. Blown opportunity. DJ disagrees, but that's okay. My champ this week, I do want to spend a little more time on than that because, well, he had a pretty impressive performance. In the 8-man championship last night, a very convincing victory for Cedar Ridge, 74-38. The fighting, what's my guy's name, Christian? Who am I trying to think of from the NBA? Austin Reeves. The fighting Austin Reeves last night. Very impressive.
Had a good game last night, by the way.
Yes, he did. I saw it 22 in one quarter. Yep. New personal best in the third.
He had 44 total.
And LeBron did not get double figures for the first time in forever. Anyway, Jonas Elms is our champ this week. How about 30 carries, 279 yards, and 6 touchdowns? He averaged 9+ yards a carry. Oh, and he's the quarterback.
Oh, wow.
He was 7 of 8 for 128 with 2 touchdowns,
Let's
too.
Go.
Way to go, Jonas Elms. You're my champ this week. He was also the MVP of the game. Way to go.
Champ, I like Quincy Rhodes and KJ Jackson, saying that they're all in, coming back, something to build around right there with those two guys coming back. Another champ, we haven't talked about him at all. UCA, they done lockdown that is. Enoch Hassan out of Greenbrier will be running for those good old Bears next year over there in Conway. I like this kid a lot. I think his future's bright.
Christian?
Champ, I'm going to give one to Jahmyr Gibbs. He had 3 touchdowns, 120 yards total last night. It's like watching prime Alvin Kamara pretty much.
Sorry, Cowboys. Too soon.
Chump, I'm going to give one to the Clippers for cutting Chris Paul. He's maybe the best player in your franchise history, and you're just going to cut him like that in his last year? I don't agree with it.
Huh. Well, I guess he can rest on his pile of money and make the best of it.
Some team would probably pick him up.
He's
not any good anymore. But.
Yeah. 1 hour left. But yeah, you're right. Respect does matter a little bit, right? Should. 1 hour left. In the next hour, we will get to our What's on Tap. We've got entertainment birthdays. We've got Zack Gillham. We have Tom Murphy. We have all kinds of things. It's going to be the busiest 60 minutes.
Can I do a chump on the other side? I'm just curious. I want to know what you think.
10 seconds. Make it quick.
On the other side. I don't have time.
You don't have time to do it on the other side either?
It's about LeBron.
Absolutely
not making
then.
10 points?
No.
Well, Bass, game's almost over. I hope you got those bets in on the Oaklawn Sports app.
You know, Roger, this Oaklawn Sports betting app might actually make watching games with you bearable.
That's big talk coming from a guy who's about to pick up the tab. But I hear you. With this app, we can bet on all the games this season with so many options.
And after they kick this field goal, it'll be you picking up the tab.
Nah, he's going to miss.
It's good!
That's bad.
Bet all season long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
This Monday, Mourners Winter Conference running Saturday through Monday at the Little Rock Marriott Hotel.
Sports. We've got that wood.
I got that wood.
And much more than you can handle on 103.7 The Buzz. KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
There is a little relief for business owners impacted by construction on I-57 in Jacksonville. The project is now expected to be finished about 6 months earlier than originally planned. This project started in 2023 and has put a strain on several businesses in the area. Many restaurants shut down, but the city says that's just an unfortunate side effect of long-term construction. Some business owners say they've had to work twice as hard to stay open, but they're optimistic it will all pay off once the construction is complete. This construction project will widen a 2.5-mile section of the interstate from 3 lanes to 6. There will also be 3 new bridges and an overpass. It's expected to all be finished by next September. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Have a great Friday, everyone, and an even better weekend.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Clouds are going to stick around today, and it will stay cold. Only a high of 42 today. Tonight, clouds stick around, 33 the low. Tomorrow, some clouds in the morning, then some sunshine in the afternoon, and that's going to help it warm up to 52 in the afternoon. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
My name's Casey. I've been an agent for Arkansas Farm Bureau for 4 years. I absolutely believe in this plan. I have this plan myself because of the broad range of benefits it has for my customer base. And it just provides everything that you could possibly need. Wellness visits, prescription drug plans, to mental health services. It saved my family $150 a month. This plan is for people who want dependable coverage for a lower price.
Get a quote today at arfbhealthplans.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. When a deep injury is done to us, we never recover until we forgive. When Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, forgave her husband's killer, it has continued to impact many, many other lives. Actor Tim Allen said her example inspired him to let go of the resentment he felt toward the drunk driver who killed his father decades ago. Allen said, "I will say these words now. I forgive the man who killed my father." May God help us all to be forgiving. All of us at Double B's are for living life to the fullest. That includes letting go of the pain and hurts of the past. Don't imprison yourself with resentment and hatred. From your friends at Double B's, let each of us enjoy this day that the Lord has made.
Make Jim's Razorback Pizza your game day headquarters. Known for their amazing thin crust and Detroit-style deep dish pizzas, but don't pass up on their wings that were voted the best by AY Magazine. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, visit Jim's Razorback Pizza at Highway 10 just past Taylor Loop and the second location at the Morgan Maumelle exit. Jim's Razorback Pizza, proudly serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years.
Hey everybody, it's Howie at Robert Irwin Jewelers. Shop now and pay later. Get up to 12 months interest-free or take up to 60 months to pay at a low APR. And now offering ASEMA lease-to-own financing. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices, or online at rijewelers.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Elvis Presley Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
Each day at the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts begins with curiosity and ends with discovery. In labs, studios, and beyond, learning takes shape in bold ways. As a tuition-free residential high school, ASMSA brings together students from across Arkansas to live, learn, and grow in an early college community. ASMSA, where talent thrives. Begin your journey at asmsa.org/thrive.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
All right, we got to go. Let's get to it. It's 11:07. I do want to do this before we get to the Red White Report, even though we don't have time, because I'm going to. I can do whatever I want. That's what's cool. If you listen to the show today, you're going to have a chance to win some Razorback tickets. We have 1 hour left before we turn it over to our broadcast team at War Memorial for the 2A State Championship that features a Razorback signee who's the #1 player in the state, so you don't want to miss that either. But I wanted to play this. This is Kansas State. What a weird year they've had, DJ, wouldn't you say?
K-State?
K-State football.
I have not kept up.
Well, they opened their season in Ireland. You know that because I was there with Iowa State and Kansas State. And after the game, you remember, their quarterback's dad and their quarterback's brother got in a fist fight on the streets of Dublin.
Yes.
Remember
yes,
that? That's how the season began for Kansas State. This Kansas State season ends, the regular season ends, with them potentially skipping a bowl bid that they're entitled to, and they're having a coaching change. Now, if you missed it, they are hiring their former quarterback, Colin Klein, whose name, he was the A&M OC.
Yeah.
And Chris Kleeman is stepping away. He's retiring from college football. The same reasons that Nick Saban did. It's just going to be on a much lower level or a much less spotlight, I guess, on it because he's not Nick Saban. He hasn't won multiple championships. But he's a hell of a good coach at a rock-solid program. Yesterday, the athletic director spoke at the announcement. His name's Gene Taylor. And I thought he summed this up so well we had to play it.
You just saw one of the greatest guys in this industry walk out of this room and retire from coaching, from the business that he loves. And what really pisses me off is he's doing it because where we are in this industry. And if we don't get this thing fixed, and I mean I'm a part of that, as every AD in the country and the conference commissioners, if we don't get this thing under control, more really, really good guys like Chris Kleiman are going to walk away from this business. And I've already seen some of my colleagues do it because they just aren't ready to deal with what we're dealing with. We have to get this thing under control. We have to sign these participation agreements, every school in the country. We have to come together and run the business as equally as we possibly can. And right now, that's not the case. And people are ignoring the settlement. They're doing things that are outside of the settlement, outside of the agreement, and we need to get it under control. If we don't, more good people like Chris Kleiman are going to leave this business. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure in my role as athletic director here and at some of the committees I'm on in the country to make sure that we figure out this thing out. But it really hurts me that guys like Chris Kleiman are leaving because what they came into the business for is different. Doesn't mean it's wrong, it's just different. And we have to find a way to make it as fair as possible across this country, and right now it's not.
Agreed.
That was
pretty
very
passionate.
Well,
About
as good as you can do.
Pretty choked up. That's a guy that cares. But again, it is partially on him, and he admitted that. So they've got to get to work, and they need to figure something out soon because this is a mess. And there are a lot of good leaders of young men who are going to either leave the business or not get into the business because of the crap they got to deal with. Even though the money's a great allure, it's still a mess.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
All right, yesterday, Ryan Silverfield spoke. We'll hear from him in a second. But Hunter Yurchek spoke as well. Everybody wants to know, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the stinking money, Hunter?
When he announces some of the people on his staff, that would be the first piece. And then when you see how our roster comes together after the transfer portal officially opens in January, you see we've got a couple of young men in here that are coming back. That's a part of the financial commitment that we've made into our football program to be able to retain those high caliber, very talented young men that we want to be a part of our program and the leaders of our program. And so I think when you look at what the staff looks like, the support staff as well, and then the players that become a part of this program, that will show you the financial commitment we've made to our football program.
Guys, we got 30 minutes before we do birthdays. You don't need to be calling for birthdays now. It's going to be 30 minutes. Like, we're not filling up all our lines with birthday trivia players. Tell them to call back when we get close. We're not doing that. Sorry, guys. You have to call back in a little bit. Hunter Yurchek said they're going to reallocate some money as well to make this work.
A couple of different revenue sources that we're looking through, both through our foundation and through the athletic department, and then just how we reallocate money that we're currently spending with our department, whether that's from a salary standpoint, an operational standpoint. But we feel like we can do some things differently to be more efficient, that we can reallocate more dollars to our football program.
Let's hope so. That's great. Everybody's got to step up. Ryan Silverfield, quickly, and then we'll get Tom Murphy on here. Here he is on turning the program around and his team's identity. Whoops.
You're going to have a bunch of guys that love football. A bunch of guys that are going to be tough. A bunch of guys that are going to be resilient. A bunch of guys that are going to love each other. A bunch of guys that are going to work really hard to make this state proud. And that shows up in between the white lines, right? I truly believe, there's a direct correlation to how we do things off the field, the culture that we're going to build. It shows up on game day. And when people watch this, they're going to say, man, that team plays with relentless effort. That team cares about one another. They're going to be disciplined, they're going to be detailed, and they're going to fight their asses every single day to give everything they have.
I mean, that's the manuscript.
For every football team in America at every level, from high school all the way through the professional ranks.
That's it. Nailed it.
Arkansas women lost in basketball yesterday at SMU. 78-63, the final. Next up, Jackson State at home, 2 o'clock on Sunday. Last thing here, and then I just wanted to real quick mention an update on the volleyball situation. And Arkansas State lost yesterday, 3-2, against Baylor, which was obviously a very tall order going on the road over to play them. But I want to congratulate them on what was a great season. And then Central Arkansas plays today against SMU. It will be a tall order for them, too. They're ranked 109. SMU is ranked 6th. It's a match that's happening at 6:30 tonight. It's on ESPN Plus if you want to watch. So, anyway, best of luck to the Sugar Bears over there. Let's go to the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, talk to Tom Murphy, and see what's what. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great. How are y'all?
We are good. So, what were your initial impressions of hanging out with Ryan Silverfield yesterday?
I wrote about it some in today's paper. A lot of charisma, a lot of confidence. And like you said, every football program everywhere wants all that, the teamwork, the unity, the relentless effort and all that kind of stuff. And it's how you get there. Got to have a strong belief in each other. And, I posed him that question. A lot of coaches before you have failed to turn Arkansas into a winner. And you saw it firsthand. Arkansas had a game at Memphis where if they hold on to the ball inside the 10, they're probably going to win that game, but they didn't. And so his answer was you find ways, but it's an intangible. You can't put your finger on it. But he's had success with those types of things, and tall order at Arkansas. But if there's going to be more money in it for assistant coaches pool and auxiliary staff and acquiring players, then, as he said, it gives them a fighting chance. And so if you're a Razorback football fan, I guess you're looking up and saying, okay, we're going to give this guy a good shot.
Listen, here's the deal. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth a little bit here. You can't ask for much better way to ingratiate yourself than to bring back a couple of key cogs. In fact, if you were going to offer most Razorback fans, you can have 2 guys, you can draft 2 guys off this team to make sure they come back next year. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have Quincy Rhodes and KJ Jackson as their 2, right? And so that's great.
Absolutely.
Putting a fence around the state, bringing in-state guys and flipping them from commitments they had elsewhere. That's a big step in the right direction. Did a great job with that. His history with the NFL, with college, and being a head coach elsewhere, not being a coordinator, I think will really resonate with people. But here's the thing for me, Tom. Again, I don't necessarily like the bravado approach when he walks in the door. I get it. You got to be confident in what you're doing, but I just think maybe a little bit less of that. But the bottom line is he's not going to be judged by the media conference. He's going to be judged by what happens on the field. But it was a little bit of a turnoff for me, some of the things he said, including telling guys in their meeting that, you can go to another SEC school. We're just going to kick your ass next year. I'm like, I don't need that. So hopefully he does a great job. Off to a good start. I like everything I'm seeing that he's doing. Sounds like he's going to make some really good hires. Sounds like the financial commitment is coming. But I think maybe we just tone it down on the bravado and the hyperbole a bit.
Right. Well, we have a big canvas to paint with right now, right? Because there's no results on the field for him at Arkansas, but a lot of different ways to analyze and parse what has happened so far. So a lot of good PR wins, a lot of good what the program looks like wins with KJ Jackson, with Quincy, and C.J. Brown was in there. I don't know what you read into that, but he's a Bentonville kid, so I expect he would be back. And you're right, the flips in state. All of that looks good. All of that is positive momentum for them. I'm with you. I wasn't real keen on go somewhere else and we'll kick your ass. It's just because, maybe that resonates more with players.
No.
And then he also said we're going to get a ton of. He also said we're going to get a ton of wins. So, Anyway, it's. Don't overpromise, man. That's the thing. Say we're going to work hard, we're going to be relentless, but don't say, we're going to go around kicking people's butts and all that, because you never know.
Right. If the reports are to be believed, what do you think of the hires at OCDC with Cramsey and Roberts?
Right. Well, as you know, Ron Roberts was in the running here in 2023. Auburn reached out and got him before so Arkansas got Travis Williams. And his first year wasn't bad, but Ron Roberts has a lot of experience. He's been a head coach for many years, and then Cramsey has a nice track record. He's one of those guys who probably a little under the radar, played at New Hampshire and that kind of stuff. So his resume isn't super eye-popping. But what they did at Memphis, with a succession of quarterbacks who've done well for them, has been good statistically. It's hard to argue against. And then Johnson, the running backs coach, if he's to be believed, has South Louisiana roots, and so probably can help you in recruiting there. And all of it remains to be seen, and we'll find out when it shows up on the field on Saturdays.
Absolutely. Tom Murphy joining us today on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. Basketball coming to North Little Rock, Tom, an opportunity for some people who haven't gotten tickets or don't make the trek up to Fayetteville to see them in North Little Rock. I think the early ticket sales were really good. I don't know if they've quite sold out yet, but you can get your tickets at SimmonsBankArena.com for those who want to go watch them. 3 o'clock tip tomorrow. And I don't know much about Fresno State, I will say, but it's a great chance to see this team that's coming off that win over Louisville, Tom, and hopefully they play well again.
Right, and what was exciting about the performance the other night was because they had not rebounded well defensively against Duke. And, I just thought got out physical by Duke. They came out super strong. I mean, it helps when Trevin Brazil's dropping a three and just getting out to the start he did and getting to the free throw line as well. But then when it got serious, when Louisville started making a few threes, got some stops and made it a game, I liked what Arkansas turned to, the high pick and roll, and it got Darius Acuff against bigger guys, and he took advantage and scored some tougher shots. And Malik Thomas made some shots down the stretch as well. So I think they've taken to Cal's coaching. They've gotten better in the areas where they need to get better. Malik Ewan really answered the bell the other day. If they can get performances from that out of Malik Ewan and Nick Pringle picks it up, to me it's hard for those big guys to shine in a Cal offense because it's not as natural. The ball movement and where the shots wind up aren't as naturally with the big men. So you've got to get down there and scrap and get offensive rebounds, and that's what Ewan did. So all positive signs heading into the Fresno game.
I agree. I thought the bigs grew up a lot the other night, Tom, for sure. Absolutely. All right, we're going to cut it a little short here, Tom, because we've got a jam-packed day. We're only 2 hours long because of the high school championships that start at noon. So I appreciate you. Are you coming down tomorrow?
No, I think young Matty Byrne will be doing that one for us. So we got a lot more football to write about during the weekend. Y'all have a great weekend.
Hey, Tom, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. All right, JW has been holding on all week, basically, and I apologize, man. It's been a nutty week.
J-Dub.
But I appreciate you calling back in. What's up, brother?
Well, now I'm fixing to get on to you. I'm kind of disappointed in you, Justin.
All right.
And here's why.
Okay.
All right. The guy is talking, the coach, Ryan, he is talking to the fan base, yes, but he's trying to do something positive. And all you do is just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, we spent years of listening to things of that nature, and I don't know right now. So the guy comes in with a successful record at Memphis and has that attitude, and apparently it works in Memphis because he kicked our ass. So maybe he went in there and told them, let's go kick their ass. And guess what they did? They won. This is the change that we need upon the hill. This ain't 1998. This is not 2010. This is like a totally different monster. So you got to have an attitude of wanting to win, and I'm just going to go out on this. I remember playing for Coach Malhan and Coach Black at Cabot, 1994. And he went in there. We always struggle with Blyville. And I guess them coaches don't know what they're talking about either because they told us to go out there and kick their ass and do our job in front of us, and that's it. Guess what? We beat Blyville. So before you criticize somebody, have a little factual behind it just because the wording's not set for you. The world don't revolve around you, Justin, and have a good day.
Boy, he told me.
Hey, just get a little more excited, man. Is that what he's saying?
Fake excitement, Justin.
The funny thing is no one ever talks about a 24-team or 32-team playoff system for college football when it's normal for basketball with the same amount of teams in D1. Why is it not in college football? Well, there are more basketball teams.
You can't play a game every other day in football.
Yeah, there are more basketball teams than football teams too. Take the politics out of football. I will say this again: no 10-2 team should ever be left out of a major conference. From a major conference, be left out of the playoff. That should not happen. So again, we're talking about having North Texas or Tulane plus a James Madison. This system needs a little tweak, guys.
And this is a unprecedented year that we have 6 teams with that many wins. That's difficult to do, right?
Yeah. Can we tell the homer who just called that we fumbled and gave them the win? There was no ass kicking. It was a gift, and his take sucked. That's not my take. That's just my read. JW's a dumbass. He contradicted himself about how much the game has changed so much, and then he refers to his high school days like, what a DB. I'm with Justin, says this person. The more I hear from Silverfield, the more I hear Chad Morris. It sends a shiver. You also hated on Clark Lee for saying his expectations of making the playoffs. I think you just don't like Coach's initial speeches. I will tell you this. That wasn't Clark Lee's initial speech. That was what he told reporters at SEC Media Days at his first appearance there. And I did ridicule him because I'm sorry. other than Jesus, I don't take things on faith that I've never seen before.
I think everybody had the same thought when he said, we're going to win a national championship. We're like, whoa, easy.
We know what our job is. Our job is to come here and win championships. And all I thought was, no, it isn't. Just get it to a respectable level and make a bowl game, bro.
Yeah, and he...
And guess what? He ain't winning no blanking championship this year either. He ain't going to be in the playoff.
There's a projection if they miss that they're going to the Citrus Bowl, Vanderbilt, to play Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I need is losing to Vanderbilt to put a capper on a pretty dismal
Is this sustainable for Vandy?
I don't know. That's the big question, right?
They just got a 5-star quarterback away from Georgia.
The guy. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to
Maybe.
take more than just recruiting, but they are doing a hell of
His
a job.
name is Z Guy?
No, he's the guy. He's not just a quarterback. He's the guy.
This just in. Vanderbilt's not just smart. They got a lot of money behind them.
No
a
doubt.
lot of money.
Absolutely.
So.
I don't know if it's sustainable or not, but
we'll see.
And also, picks a lot of teams would lose to Vanderbilt, so I wouldn't take that as a big
but
knock.
Michigan should never lose to Vanderbilt. I know that sounds arrogant, but
It does.
I mean, you would say the same thing about Bama.
There's also the truth.
There's a lot of really good SEC teams that shouldn't lose to them in the past either.
Good point.
It's funny that JW had that much time to think about his take, and that's the best he could come up with. You guys are all over JW.
Well, I did appreciate him saying the world doesn't revolve around you.
Well, that's.
I thought we all needed that.
That was actually the least intelligent thing he said, because absolutely it does. Can we have an NIT tournament for the group of 5? It's not an NIT tournament. It's a different deal. Like, they absolutely need a group of 5 championship. Zeke guy, he is a stud. DJ, you're a peach. I loved what he said, except for the hyperbole. A little bit for like a snake oil salesman when he did that. But overall, I'm excited. Like I said, he couldn't do – and JW didn't get this part, apparently, of my conversation. Everything he's doing is great. The recruiting, the getting guys to come back that you want, the key. I mean, I'm giving all kinds of praise. The background with the NFL and the college combination, the hires he's made, if they're true, those are all good things. Everything he's doing is great. I just don't like the way he's coming at us with a flamethrower. I just don't think it's necessary, and I don't think you're in a position to do that. But whatever. I think it's way more over the top than what Clark Lee said. Yeah. We were also told we'd be blown away by the coordinator hires. Are you blown away by the coordinator hires?
No.
Okay. But they're good coaches.
Who were you told that by?
Him.
Silverfield.
We didn't lose just because of the fumble. Memphis back up. We drug our 400-pound lineman to ice the game. Their backup quarterback drug our lineman. That's true.
We shouldn't have been in a position for that fumble to lose us that game.
Agreed.
But
I think they missed a lot of opportunities in the first half. And they got screwed on. Was that the one where they got screwed on the pass interference in the end zone at the end of the half?
Yes.
Yes. It's bad. Egregious.
I find KJ was not that impressive as a QB when he played, and think we might lose out on another QB. DJ, you're cautiously optimistic on him, right?
I said from what we have seen, I don't see why we would be worried about him being our guy next year. Now, I also went and said it'd be nice to see a little bit more of a sample size. Because I think when you come in that Texas game, what is there to lose? Nothing.
All right.
Get out there, play calm. After he got settled in, did really well. And then I think that second half of that Missouri game was very odd just because they took him out after he was doing so well because he wanted Talon to play as in Coach Petrino, and it kind of got him out of rhythm. You having fun over there?
I'm having a blast. Anyway, a couple quick calls, and we'll take a break. It's 11:27. Zack Gillham from Oaklawn's coming up. We've got What's on Tap. Entertainment birthday is going to be busy. Final 30 minutes. Again, we have to cut it short today because of high school championships. Preston, what's happening?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
So I went on this little rant on drive time the other day, and damn it if JW didn't just make it applicable again. I think as a fan base, as an entire state, we need to settle down just a little bit. You know, in the last 30 years, we've had 2 10-plus win seasons, and the closest that we came to that was in 2021, and we just fired the man that did it. So I think we need to, and this goes in with what Coach Silverfield's saying, the hyperbole of we're going to win a national championship and do all these really big things. Can we just consistently win 7 or 8 games and be happy with that? I mean, those are some of my happiest years as a fan were some of the years where we won 7 or 8 games, go and beat Texas in the Texas Bowl. You know, like, relax a little bit, guys, and I'll hang up and listen.
Preston, I agree with that. Now, JW would say you're accepting mediocrity, and I don't want a coach that can only win 7 wins a year. And I'm like, no coach has ever done it in the SEC since they joined the SEC. Consistently win 7 on average. So,
if that's mediocre, I'll take it at Arkansas.
Brian?
Hey, Justin.
Hi.
Hey, man, I just wanted to thank you for cutting through some of that hype and telling it like it is, because, no, I don't like that braggadocio BS. And it reminds me of when Bielema came up and said, oh, we're not just here to play Alabama. We're here to beat Alabama. And you know, when they get to that locker room talk and stuff that's going to get posted on the locker room lockers, you know, you got to watch that kind of stuff. So you don't hear that from Calipari.
I think I'm being negative, but I am going to be honest. And I'm not going to say, I love this. Let's go out there and kill everybody. And even then, like, we know Bielema's job was to beat Alabama. I don't know if I'm saying that at my introductory press conference or media conference, but we all know what your job is.
And I wouldn't have said my record in the Big Ten was better than Saban's. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
And I think there's an element, too, where Silverfield, I think he's just excited.
Yeah,
I mean,
I get
he's
that.
He is.
He's in the show now.
That's
You know what I
cool.
mean?
Nothing
and
wrong with
so
that.
Sometimes when people get a little excited, they're just, you know, they go down the monologue
Far
script.
be it from me to complain about that. They're before the grace of God.
There you go.
Anyway.
Headed in, I'll tell you about my friends over there in Benton. That's right, off the Congo Road exit. The Wood Grill Buffet. Looking for something to eat and you just want to keep on eating? Well, good thing is this is a perfect day to do so. They're open Thursday through the weekends. All you can eat over there at the Wood Grill Buffet. Over 200 items on that menu to make sure that it will suffice for every picky person that you have in your family. And I always say this, you know, I know it's like growing up. The dollars are tight. Mom, you're out there. You got 3 kids. You're trying to feed them all. Buffets is where we lived, okay? And I had a chance to go over there to the Wood Grill Buffet, and they do not sacrifice that quality of food at all. Great food, great prices, even better service. Come on now. Taking care of you. Also want to remind you, too, they got catering options. So all these end-of-the-year banquets a lot of people got going on, you're trying to save some money but get a lot of food out there and some good food. Reach out to them now so you can get on their schedule to go ahead and get the large catering. It can be anything from a small watch party to 20 people or a big gala for 1,000 people. They'll take care of you. Go visit my friends at the Wood Grill Buffet.
I just decided I'm going to get a T-shirt made.
Oh. What did you need it to say?
On the front, it's going to say, the world does not revolve around me. And on the back, I'm going to say, and that's really not fair.
That's good.
Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. They'll help you weather the storm.
This is SportsCenter.
The Detroit Lions are right back in the thick of things in the NFC playoff hunt last night after Thursday Night Football. They take down the Dallas Cowboys 44-30 at Ford Field last night. Jared Goff throws for 309 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs finds the end zone 3 times on the ground, and Detroit gets to 8-5 overall. They're 5-2 at home. Conference Championship weekend begins tonight, and some of the games have college ball playoff implications. First at 6 o'clock on ESPN, number 25 JMU takes on 8-4 Troy in the Sun Belt Championship game. Then at 6 o'clock on CBS Sports Network, it's Kennesaw State and Jacksonville State. At 7 o'clock on ABC, it's number 24 North Texas and number 22 Lane, and basically a college football playoff game. And then at 7 o'clock on Fox, UNLV takes on Boise State in the Mountain West Championship game. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz
Arkansas
Radio Network.
Municipal Equipment presents Coach Nolan Richardson when he joins Drive Time Sports every week with Rollin' with Nolan. Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Bowen. Find them online at ametrucks.com.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Terry, I hear the Big Lot is going big time Ram.
That's right, Steve. Ram Bighorns, well equipped and not stripped, starting at just $44,900. New HD Ram starting at $45,900, and America's workhorse, the HD Diesel, as low as $54,900.
The most powerful pickup on the planet for $54,900.
The big deals are at the Big Lot. Chris Crain, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Benton, or go to chriscraincars.com.
The Big Lot Benton. You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Well, if you don't have dinner plans, Cash might be the spot. Pop in there tonight, and if you're like me and you're going to go see Book of Mormon tonight, that'd be a great place to pregame. Just saying. Can you get me a table, Rush? Anyway, our friends at Cash are here to help you. CashLittleRock.com is their website. And if you have a special event coming up later this year, first quarter, whatever, 501-850-0265. You know what? If you don't miss out on getting your date on the books, you'll be so much happier, because when you call, we're not all Taylor Swift. There's a story going around now that she wanted to book this wedding venue, and it was booked, and so she paid the lady to give her the date. Now, not most of us can't do that, so if you want to get on Cash's calendar, I would suggest doing it now. Up to 150 people, you're always going to get great food, spectacular drinks, great service. And what is today anyway? I can never remember. What is the day of the week today? Is it Friday?
Is it Friday?
What is the special today, DJ?
A little fried chicken Friday.
Fried chicken Friday over at Cash. Right there in the River Market, and tonight, of course, in the evening, as every evening when they're open, you get free valet parking. So many reasons to go see our friends at Cash. For dinner, go by and see them for a late lunch today. It's an awesome spot.
What are the odds she got paid for that venue because it aligns with the date that goes with all the other stuff that she's been doing?
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
13 or...
But, I mean, let's just say you spent, and if it's a nice venue, let's just say they spent $20,000. I'm just throwing a number out there. Maybe it's more than that. I don't know, just for the rental. Mm-hmm. And Taylor Swift comes and says, hey, look, I'll pay you $30,000. Have a great wedding. Take it towards but I need your date.
Yes.
Of course you're saying yes.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Maybe 50. People got to change.
I'm pushing for more than 30.
I'm not pinching Taylor Swift.
You got to think if people had flight reservations already done.
So you could also say GTH.
You know, now it's going to be tougher for everyone to get in.
Nobody's got flights, DJ. It's a year away.
You don't know that.
It's supposed to be in June, yes.
People plan.
Now it's time to look at the odds on the biggest sporting events of the weekend. It's Better Bets with Oaklawn's Vice President of Racing and Wagering, Zack Gillham. Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app.
Unless you have unlimited amounts of money, you probably should not book your flight that far in advance.
And you think Taylor Swift, the venue she's going to be at, is going to be about $20,000?
I'm just throwing a number. I said I'm just throwing a number out there. I have no idea.
I bet it's a pretty expensive
It might
wedding.
be $100,000. I have no clue.
Well, then, yeah.
What do I know?
You know a lot.
I don't know anything about anything. I haven't rented a venue for a while.
Fair.
You're not getting a $20,000 venue around here, I don't think. That would probably buy a couple venues on a couple different dates. What's up, Zach? We only have a couple minutes here because it's a 2-hour show today, which most people would say, listen, that's enough of you anyway. We've got SEC and other championship games. Razorbacks, Fresno, we got a line yet? Zach? Well, this is no time to be shy, Zach. We are up against it.
Oh, man. Hey, I'm sitting here on mute. I muted myself, so I didn't interrupt the Taylor Swift talk. My apologies.
Okay.
Amateur hour.
No
okay.
president. Hey, and just to throw it out there, if Taylor was smart, she would have just said, hey, let me have the venue and you can come to my wedding, and then she doesn't have to pay. But she's got all the money in the world, so whatever.
That would have been
See, that's why Zach's in charge.
Yeah.
That's why they keep giving him a new title every year, because he's brilliant. Good thinking. Okay, go on.
Yeah, Michigan State and Duke tomorrow is on the board. I know that's not the Arkansas game, but we have faced both of these teams, so I think everyone's going to be tuned in.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, number 7 ranked. Michigan State -1.5 in that matchup. We will see Arkansas and Fresno State. That should hit the board later this afternoon, so keep checking for that.
Okay. Let's talk about some championship games. A lot on the line in the American, a lot on the line in the Big 12, a lot on the line potentially for Alabama and the SEC, and really nothing on the line other than seeding for Indiana, Ohio State. But let's hit those games. And, of course, Duke certainly trying to pull off a miracle here and get to 8-5 and bounce Virginia out of the postseason.
Yeah, and I mean, starting with the what I think everybody's around here, the SEC, Georgia, Alabama, that line's moved just a bit. It was 3 when it opened. It sat there most of the week, but now Georgia minus 2.5, total at 47.5.
All right, just run through all of them, Zach, if you want.
Yeah, not a problem. Indiana and Ohio State. So as you said, the Big Ten more fighting for seeding than anything else. This was at 4.5. Ohio State is your favorite. It has now moved to 4. Total at 47.5 in that game as well. BYU and Texas Tech. Texas Tech is a double-digit favorite, 12.5 points, the current line. That was as high as 13.5 earlier in the week. Total in that at 49.5. And then what was the fourth game you were wanting? The North Texas Tulane?
Yeah, because, I mean, the winner's going to the playoff.
Yeah, absolutely. So North Texas right now a 2.5-point favorite in that one. That's the number 20 versus number 21 ranked team, as you said. Spot for the playoffs on the line, and the total at 66.5. So get ready, expecting some points to be scored.
That is the battle of the departing coaches in that one, because Morris, of course, has moved on to Oklahoma State, although they're both coaching, I believe, in this game and beyond, and then Tulane's got Summerall, who's already taken a new job, too. So what about for other things this weekend, Zach? We've got NFL games of note. Last night, the Cowboys made a good push offensively, couldn't come up with a win against Detroit, but how about a couple of highlighted games for the weekend for the NFL?
Yeah, there's a couple of great games on the board. I mean, the Bears leading the NFC are up near the top of the NFC, going to Green Bay facing the Packers. Packers 6.5-point favorites in that one, total at 45.5. Another good divisional rivalry. The Rams and the Cardinals. The line's not very close, but that division's been a fun one to watch this year. The Rams 8.5-point favorites, total at 47.5. Sunday night game, that's the one that's taking the most action as of now. The Texans going to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. The Chiefs 3.5-point favorites, total at 42. You have golf on the board this weekend. Scotty Scheffler in action at the Hero World Challenge, so you have live wagering available for that. F1, the last race of the season, is this week. They've had the first 2 practices. Practice 3 and qualification tomorrow. Race Sunday at 7 a.m., and the Drivers' Championship is on the line, most likely between Lando Norris, Max Verstappen. Outside chance for Oscar Piastri.
Okay. All right, Zach, we got to go, man. I appreciate you. We didn't even scratch the surface, but again, oaklawnsports.com. You can go and download the app for your iPhone or your Android. And don't forget, Zach, 1 week from today, we're racing, baby.
1 week from today, we are racing. Actually, entries started drawing at 11 o'clock. So we'll see past performances going out in the next few days. Very excited. So everybody tune in, and we will cover some of that next week on Oaklawn Game Day.
Sounds very good. All right, Zach, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Have a good weekend. If you want to get in for birthday trivia, we're going to do that after the break. We'll go ahead and take your calls now. You guys are chomping at the bit. I'm going to take a break a little early. Birthdays, entertainment when we come back. We will also have our What's on Tap for the weekend. And as we head in, I want to tell you about our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. Tell you what could be on tap for you as a brand new vehicle. Don't miss out on your opportunity to get a great bargain from some people who really want to take good care of you. Listen, everybody's out there to sell a car, but not everybody's going to give you the same kind of experience. So why not go see the people who are going to treat you like family? And those are my friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. I've been working with these folks for a long, long time, and there's a reason why. It's because of the great work that they do, and you'll appreciate the way that James leads his team and Christian and the whole crew over there. They do such a good job of creating a family atmosphere. They want you to buy a car for them for sure, but they, more importantly, want you to feel good about it. And so let's get a good deal on our trade. Let's get a great price on our vehicle. Let's get financed. All those things happening right now. And on select vehicles, they can push your payments out until March, folks. So you can get through Christmas, get through New Year's, get through Valentine's Day. If you got to do something extra special there. Maybe somebody's buying a ring, getting on a knee. I don't know anybody around here. Hello? You don't have to. Anyway, our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet are here to help. GwatneyChevrolet.com. Go see them, folks. It's 1143.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We're in the big eating season when temptations are going to come at you from family, friends, and TV ads. Not to worry. You've got an ally in Central Arkansas, the Little Rock Athletic Club or the Little Rock Racquet Club, both offering 50% off the joining fee from now till December 31st. Better to save big than get big. And the variety of exercises you'll enjoy with your Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club. In 2026, people will witness the fitness.
Arkansas, thank you. Brewski's has officially been voted the best sports bar of 2025 and the Arkansas Democrat Gazette's best of the best. And this season, there's no better place to catch every Razorback basketball game. Huge screens, electric crowds, ice-cold drinks. This is where Hog Nation watches hoops. From everyone at Brewski's, thank you, Arkansas, for your support and an incredible year. Brewski's downtown and North Little Rock, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Tomorrow, we'll be live with the Crain Team Red Zone, live from War Memorial Stadium for the Bryant versus Bentonville State Championship game. Rick and I will have Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, NFL agent and guru Chris Turnage, Harding University's Andrew Miller, Trey Biddy thanks to Chris Crain Hyundai, and Genesis of Conway, and Hooten's Arkansas Football Magazine's Thomas Thrash. See you Friday on 103.7 The Bulls.
You're in the zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with Justin Acri and DJ Williams.
All right, we just heard from Zack Gillham over there at Oaklawn talking about everything you can wager on, but I want to tell you about things you can also enjoy over there in Hot Springs at Oaklawn. It's a good spot, man. Great restaurants inside Oaklawn. You got the Oak Room and the Bugler. You can't miss with either one of them. Great food, great drinks, great environment, even better customer service. And also, too, if you want to make it a stay, we talk about it all the time. What a good spot if you're somebody like me that doesn't like to vacation like extensively. That's the perfect spot. Book a room for a night or two. You get a spa. You get the heated pool downstairs. Great food, great room service, and a smoke-free environment for entertainment as well. You can book your stay at oaklawn.com.
All right, let's do it. You guys have been waiting. It's fine. Let's get to it. We need one more birthday trivia player at 5. Oh, no, we already got 3. Okay, good for you guys. Good work. You guys have jumped the gun. Way to go. Early bird gets the tickets to go see the Razorbacks.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Pigskin, I really appreciate it if you wouldn't talk down to me. I learned something today, and I'm sure you already knew, but I didn't, so give me a break. Mm-hmm. On this day in 1804, Thomas Jefferson got reelected as the United States president. Do you know what his vice president's name was? It's a really cool name. It's also the same as that of an R&B group's lead singer.
Not Alexander Hamilton.
How about George Clinton?
Oh.
There was George Clinton in the early 1800s.
He was R&B?
Yeah. He was from,
what do you call Parliament?
Funk.
He was from New York. He was a New York politician.
1804, George Clinton elected the 4th U.S. vice president under President Thomas Jefferson, replacing the controversial Aaron Burr. What was controversial about him?
Well, you can't kill people.
You can. You absolutely can.
Well, you're not supposed to.
We're doing it every day. Run drugs, get blown up. We kill people. That's what we do in America. Anyway, this was his entry into national executive office after serving multiple terms as New York's governor. He also served under James Madison, whose daughter Dolly had a really nice bakery. And became the first vice president to die in office in 1812. So there you go. The War of 1812.
It killed him.
He lost. All right. On this day, Pete Rose signed the richest contract in Major League Baseball history in 1978. DJ, it was a 4-year deal. 4 years for Pete Rose in 1978. Richest deal in baseball history. How much did he make and then gamble away?
$2.4 million.
Per year or total?
Total.
4 years total.
Total.
Christian.
I'm going to guess 1.6.
1978, 4-year deal, Pigskin worth how much?
About $800,000.
$32 million.
What?
Wow.
4-year, $32 million contract to the Phillies. $8 million a year in 1978.
Are you sure?
Does that sound believable?
No.
I don't agree.
I don't think it's right.
Maybe it's $3.2 million.
I think that's better.
You're old. It says 32.
Because just a couple years before Reggie signed with the Yankees, he was getting like $500,000 a year, and people couldn't believe it.
That seems crazy. I agree.
Yeah, I think it's too much.
3.2 maybe?
Yeah, that would be
1.32?
right. That'd be $800,000 a year. 4 years, 3.2.
You're like 0.32 maybe.
Yeah.
My information could be wrong.
4 year, 3.2.
So can I get that?
What team did he
3.2.
sign? What team did he sign with?
Phillies.
So what's 0.2 divided by 4?
800.
There you go.
That was it.
Nailed it. All right, on this day in 2001.
Wait, do we get a point?
No, nobody gets anything. Because my information was wrong. It's like Roger says when he does trivia. It doesn't matter what the truth is. It's only what it says in my paper. Somehow they left the decimal point out, which made it pretty significant. I just copied and pasted this from a prep service. Ocean's 11, directed by Steven Soderbergh, on this day in 2001. And last but not least, here we go. This is for a point. On this day, O.J. Simpson got sentenced to 33 years in prison for kidnapping and armed robbery. He was such a sweet guy. It was such a shame that
That's what happened to
this
him.
is the worst thing he ever did in his whole life after all the good things he did.
We've been trying to figure out what happened to that guy.
Yeah. What year did he get sentenced, Christian?
Sentenced, I'm going to say 2003.
1999.
This is for the armed robbery now.
2005.
8.
Wow.
Good job, DJ. All right, this guy's a race car driver, and he used to be an actor.
Jeff Gordon.
He was
Tony
Malcolm in the middle.
Oh, Frankie Muniz.
Yep. How old?
Frankie was a race car driver?
He is now.
right now.
He
Yes.
does.
Oh, he was in My Dog Skip. I
Yes.
love that
Oh,
movie.
great little film. I like Malcolm in the Middle. It was really good, too.
It was.
Heisenberg was his dad. Who knew?
Oh.
His dad was dealing meth the whole time.
Cranston, that's right.
How old is Frankie Muniz?
I'd say
Muniz.
he's 32.
36.
38.
He's 40. Malcolm in the Middle's been off the air for a while.
It's coming back, by the way. There's a reboot.
Oh, right? Okay. That's the only one. That's the only birthday.
Seriously?
So we're going to tomorrow. Here we go.
Wow.
Okay.
Couple of big names. One is an NBA basketball player currently. He is from another country, but it's in Europe.
Nikola Jokic.
That doesn't help, I guess.
Nikola Jovic.
He has 2 brothers that play professional basketball.
Gasol. Paul Gasol.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boom.
Good get.
Antetokounmpo.
That is good.
How old is Giannis today?
31.
He is. Bingo, bango.
Ooh.
Oh, it's 2-2-2. Wow, this just got interesting. Todd, you're pulling for DJ, by the way. Paul, you're with Christian. And Danny, you are with the Pigskin. It's tight. It's tight. This guy is a former college star at quarterback.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, DJ.
What?
Did you read the
Did you
birthdays
see
today?
this?
He's on fire.
How old is he?
He is 35.
Nope. Christian.
He is 30.
Nope. Pigskin.
32.
33. Pigskin. Point. This man's dead, but don't blame anybody but himself. He put himself in
Ledger.
jail, and then he
Oh.
killed himself in jail.
Oh.
Epstein.
The other one.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Aaron Hernandez. Happy birthday.
Oh, that one.
How old would he be if he had not hung himself in that jail cell? How old would he be in jail
I
or
know
prison?
this one. I'm going to get this one
Well,
right.
you're going last, unfortunately for you.
Dang it.
Okay, he is.
Would have been.
He would have been. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, I guess. He
All right,
is
H,
38.
what are you talking about?
36.
What'd you
38.
38, 36. Bingo, bango, Pigskin. Nice job. Boom, bam.
You sure?
Positive. Born in 1989. You do the math.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, this man is a former Notre Dame star.
Paul Hornung.
It's not his birthday
Tim
today.
Brown.
Tim Brown is right.
Rocky Dishman.
He won the Heisman in what year, Pigskin? To put a
1987.
1987 to put a stamp on the victory. Congratulations, Pigskin. Big winner. Danny, enjoy your tickets to go see them Razorbacks.
He got
North
mad
Little
at me at the touchdown club because I made fun of his coat.
I don't think he actually got mad.
I think Kane was very upset. The little girl.
Kane's is.
I said, hey, he's obviously doing well since the NFL because he's now working for Century 21.
That's hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
It's funny.
Kane booed me.
There's
Boo.
no way that Tim Brown didn't think that
I'm
was
like,
funny.
Kane, shut up. Good
I think
grief.
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good joke.
I thought it was great.
Listen, I'm front of the line to make fun of you and pick on you for the things you do. But that's just dang funny.
I can take it.
If Tim Brown doesn't think that's funny, he needs to get a sense of humor. And I know Tim Brown. I know Tim Brown better than Chris does or you do. I've hung out with him several times. He's a cool dude.
He is, but I think he was slightly annoyed with me.
Well, you are a slightly annoying person outside of the joke, but the joke is good. That's a good joke.
It landed.
Adam Sandler would think that's funny. He's a professional
everybody
comedian.
else thought it was funny.
It's
It wasn't wearing
hilarious.
a gold jacket.
Yeah, have some gonads, guys, and make a crack at the superstar, you big babies. Oh, let me kiss Tim Brown's feet.
Yeah, you know me. I don't do that with anybody.
You really don't.
I don't.
You really don't.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right. This is so lame. I think there should be a rule, Pigskin. You can't have white as the color of the year. DJ, do you agree?
White as the color of the year?
Pantone announced Thursday that Cloud Dancer, designated Pantone 11-4201, will serve as the 2026 color of the year. How do you know? It's not even 26 yet. It's white.
White's a non-color.
It's a white. It's a different shade of white. There are shades of white and
You
shades
got
of black.
white and people of color. Okay? There
Yeah.
you go, all you white guys.
So lame. Anyway, Salvador Plasencia.
Hard to say.
Yeah, well, if you're a doctor named after the afterbirth, you probably are not a good guy. He has been sentenced for supplying Matthew Perry with ketamine, which ultimately led to his death.
Oh, man.
Dr. Afterbirth, please report to the office.
But he did have stem cells in the ketamine, so there you go.
I failed Mr. Perry. I failed his family. I should have protected him. Yeah, you should have.
I think.
You should have just not piped in ketamine into his body, dum-dum. Let's finish on a high note. How about a little bit of a positive thing here, Christian?
I know it was ketamine.
Too soon. Sorry.
It's a downer, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never had it.
I haven't either, but I think it's a downer.
I have a personal policy. I only drink red wine in my hot tub. Last thing, Christian, direct flights to Orlando starting in March 2 times a week on Frontier Airlines. And say what you want about Frontier. I've flown it many, many times. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And for the right price, which the introductory rate's $69. Where's the bell when I need it?
Right there, behind your cup.
Go get you some, folks.
Yeah.
In Orlando. Now, when you go to Disney, it's going to cost you $69 per 1 minute inside the park. I saw a deal the other day. They were charging $87 for a single pizza with like 2 drinks.
I saw that.
I mean, gross.
goodness.
Disney, get over yourself, you loser.
You're so greedy.
It's so bad.
Man.
Give me a break. Anyway, let's do What's on Tap, and we will hand it off to the high school championships.
What's on Tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing, with locations in Argenta, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
All right, here's what's going on today on the Buzz Radio Networks. After this, in about 4 minutes after our show, you can listen to the 2A state championships, East Poinsett County versus Cross County. Tonight, it will be 7A, Bentonville versus Bryant. That will start at 6:30 on 103.7 The Buzz. The Memphis Grizzlies are facing the LA Clippers at 6:30 on 106.7 Buzz 2. Tip off at 7. Tomorrow in the high school state championships, you can listen to 5A Robinson versus Lakeside at noon. Conclusion of that may be on the Buzz because Razorback basketball versus Fresno State starts at 2:30 with tip off at 3 on the Buzz. So it may switch over to 106.7 Buzz 2 at some point. Other basketball this weekend, women's Trojans and men's Trojans will be playing on 106.7 Buzz 2. Women's Trojans versus Central Arkansas at 5:45. Men versus Arkansas State at 8.
If you go over there and support, too, it's a really cool week, and they're raising the banners of both their all-time leading scorers, including Chastity Reed, who joined us yesterday. That was a really cool moment. She's a good lady and going to do a good job as a coach, I think. She was a hell of a player for sure.
And last one, 6A Greenwood versus Shiloh Christian at 6:30 on the Buzz.
Can they both lose?
They cannot. I don't
Shiloh, I think it's their 7th straight appearance.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, they ain't played Greenwood, and they're about to get their comeuppance, I'm afraid.
Kane Archer.
Yeah.
It is.
It'd be worth the price of admission for sure. All right, it's going to do it. Stick around for 2A state football, and we will join you again on Monday. We're going to be live at the video game alert.
Yep.
It's state championship gaming down at the Arkansas School for Math and Sciences
Which
and the
is,
Arts.
Which is
in Hot Springs.
In Hot Springs.
Yep, see you there. All right, Pigskin, appreciate you. Are you picking Indiana or Ohio State with the 4-point line?
Ohio State.
Let's go, Hoosiers. I'm with you.
Terry, I hear the Big Lot is going big-time Ram.
That's right, Steve. Ram Bighorns, well-equipped and not stripped, starting at just $44,900. New HD Ram starting at $45,900, and America's workhorse, the HD Diesel, as low as $54,900.